Hello, this is Chris again with LotsaFishies Aquarium. Thanks for tuning in. Today's question comes from Peter in San Diego, who asks me, what's better for my saltwater aquarium, a sump or a protein skimmer? Now Peter, that question isn't quite the question really, because a sump and a protein skimmer are apples and oranges. They're two separate things, they have different functions. A protein skimmer is a piece of equipment that's used only in saltwater aquariums, and what it does, it's a roughly cylindrical shaped piece of equipment that mixes millions of tiny air bubbles in the water. Now a property that's unique to saltwater, that's why it doesn't work in freshwater. Waste in the water, commonly called organic material, dissolved organic, or proteins, will stick to the sides of an air bubble. And the way the protein skimmer works, it mixes the millions of air bubbles. As the air bubbles rise in the cylinder, they reach the top and they pop. And when they pop, they fling off all the waste that it's gathered in the water. So a protein skimmer is a type of filter. A protein skimmer technically removes these dissolved organic compounds before they can decompose and become ammonia, which ammonia is a very harmful chemical substance that will kill fish and corals and most everything else. So a protein skimmer is a type of filter. A sump, on the other hand, is more of a tool. You can think of it as a means to an end. It's a device that you can do something with. A sump is simply a reservoir of water separate from the main aquarium. Usually a sump is located underneath the main aquarium. It can be made out of glass or acrylic. It can be a regular aquarium that someone has retrofitted to be used as a sump. It can be a custom-made sump. Or it could just be a simple plastic bin that you buy at your hardware store. So a sump in and of itself is nothing more than a reservoir of water. But sumps are very versatile and you can do almost anything with them. Most people use sumps as a location to hold their other equipment. So rather than the main aquarium having all these filters and heaters dangling down the backside looking kind of unsightly, they tuck them way down the sump. An additional benefit of a sump is that it increases your total volume of water. Anytime you can increase the total volume of water in the system as a whole becomes a lot more stable. The more water you have, the more the ratio of waste to water gets more in your favor, so that you have kind of an additional buffer or resistance, a delayed period of time before the waste accumulating in the system becomes harmful. So increasing your total volume is always of a great benefit. So as far as your original question, which is better, a sump or a protein skimmer, there's not any perfect answer to that other than saying perhaps both, if you can. If you have the space in your stand and you can fit a sump, that's great, because that will give you a lot of benefit to the system as a whole by increasing your stability and giving you a place to put equipment, but also you can put your protein skimmer into the sump. Kind of a two-in-one deal. So the nice thing is that having a sump and a protein skimmer it's not an either-or choice. You can do both, potentially. And even if you can't have it, if your space or your stand does not allow you to have a sump, you can still have a protein skimmer hanging on the back of the aquarium. Some models are called in-sump models versus a hang-on-back model. And you can get a hang-on-back model which will work very well and will give you the benefit of the filtering capabilities. But in an ideal scenario, if you have the space and can do it, the best answer to your question, Peter, would be to have both, a protein skimmer and a sump. And they're not mutually exclusive. So again, Peter, thanks for the question, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Good luck with your aquarium.